Hello everyone! Hello Parayawans! Welcome to Teacher J's e-session on reading and writing skills. In today's video, you're going to learn about selecting and organizing information in your reading text and the patterns of development in writing. When I return, we are going to start.
Ito na yung weeks 3 and 4 module ninyo sa reading and writing skills. So before we start with our discussion, let me first reiterate the following regarding this module. Number 1, follow carefully all the contents and instructions indicated in every page of this module. Anyway, in this video, i-instruct ko naman kayo kung paano siya gagawin. Number 2, write on your notebook the concepts about the lessons. In studying, it's very important that you jot down notes on the things that you are reading or you are learning so that you will be reminded later on kapag kinuha na itong module na ito or you move along so that you have a summary of what you are learning. Number 3, perform all the provided activities in the module. So in all the provided activities in this module, ang gagamitin po ninyong papel ay one whole sheet of paper. Please make sure na dun sa pinakataas na bahagi ng papel, susulatan nyo siya ng reading and writing skills week 3 and 4. At saka, after po nun, you're going to write your name and your grade and your section. Number 4, let your facilitator or guardian assess your answers using the answer key card. Pinrovide ko na dyan yung answer key ng module na ito. So, para ma-check mo kung tama yung sagot mo, para alam mo kung ano yung mga natututunan mo na, pwede mo siyang i-check with your facilitator. Number 5, analyze conceptually the post-test and apply what you have learned. And then the last one, which is the most important one, is for you to enjoy studying. So let's begin selecting and organizing information. In this part of the module, you are expected to distinguish between and among techniques in selecting and organizing information. So we select and organize information on a daily basis. Kaya, importante na meron kang skill para mag-select and organize ng information na natatanggap mo every day. So to start, to assess how well you select and organize information on a daily basis, meron ako dyang nilagay na pre-test. So pwede mong i-pause itong video na ito para sagutan yung pre-test. Again, sasagutan mo yung pre-test na ito sa one whole sheet of paper. So, nasa directions that you're just going to choose the best answer. You need not to copy everything. Looking back to your lesson. So, you're going to draw a Venn diagram and you're going to compare and contrast the following. So, the first one is life before the quarantine. Write words, descriptive words or phrases or sentences which describe your life before quarantine. And then on the other end, you're going to write your life during quarantine. And on the middle part, yung nag-overlap na dalawang circle, you're going to write the similarities of your life before quarantine and your life during the quarantine. Ano ba yung pagkakapareho nilang dalawa? So that's for you're looking back to your lesson. Pwede mo siyang idugtong doon sa one whole sheet of paper mo na sinulat mo yung answers mo sa pre-test. Information may be selected and organized to achieve a particular purpose. By using helpful learning tools and techniques to select, organize, or simplify complex information, you facilitate understanding through an exploration of relationship between concepts. Sa araw-araw ng ating buhay, tayo ay bombarded with information, mga impormasyon, mga detalye. So as a person, hindi lang dapat natin basta-basta tinatanggap itong information na ito. Dapat ang mga information na ito ay pinipili natin kung ano dapat yung paniniwalaan natin. And yung mga pinapaniwalaan natin, dapat we need to organize this information para kapag kailanganin natin itong information na ito, ay mas matatandaan natin siya at mas magagamit natin siya in a better use or in a purposive use. That is why Your skill in selecting and organizing information is an important factor to be successful. So to start, I will be introducing to you the different strategies in selecting and organizing information. The first one is brainstorming. Alam ko, brainstorming is no longer new to you. So when you say brainstorming, this is a technique wherein a group or an individual will generate different ideas. Ma'am, you might say, di ba ma'am, pag brainstorming, a group should convene together para makapag-isip ng mga ideas? Pwede ba yun, ma'am, na when you brainstorm, mag-isa mo lang na magbi-brainstorm? Yes, it is possible. Especially when you're going to write. When you are going to write, when you plan what you are writing, that's an example of brainstorming individually. Under brainstorming, we have two kinds. We have the idea list and the concept map. So dun sa idea list, ang ini-employ nating graphic organizer is a table. So you're going to list down different ideas about a certain topic which is narrowed down into even specific topics. For example, yung nakalagay sa table natin ngayon, we have the general topic which is global health issues. Okay? And then, to narrow it down, we can have COVID-19 global pandemic. Okay? To even more specify that narrower topic, we have effects of COVID-19 in business and economy, travel and tourism, education. So, aside from that, pwede tayong maglista ng mga iba't iba pang ideas under these specific topics. That's what we call idea list. We are listing. The next one is a concept map. So, in a concept map, it's more graphical. So, magsisimula siya sa general topic na nasa gitna, and then pa-expand hanggang ma-exhaust mo yung different ideas mo into different thought bubble or mga circles surrounding the generic idea. In this example, the generic idea is COVID-19. So that's about brainstorming, specifically concept map. The next one is outlining. Okay? Outlines serve as a roadmap or blueprint when writing. Outlining is a factor to organize even better your ideas. So unlike brainstorming na kung ano yung maisip mo, yun yung isusulat mo, in outlining, you are arranging already. So it is more organized. So under outlining, we have two ways. The first one is topic outline, wherein you use words or phrases as headings without punctuation. And we also have sentence outline. So from the term itself, sentence, meaning your outline is presented in sentences. Okay, under outlining, we have 4 principles. The first one is the parallelism. So in parallelism, ang specific target mo dito when you're going to outline is that your words or the group of words that you're going to use will be in a similar or parallel grammatical structure. Say for example, kapag ang unang nilagay mo doon sa outline mo ay noun, the following words, okay, in the topic outline or in the sentence outline should be in a noun form. Right? So, in outlining, it's very important that you are consistent. Okay? So, once you started with topic outline, so more on topic outlines lang ilalagay mo. When you started with sentence outline, dapat naka-sentence lahat yung ilalagay mo dun sa succeeding parts ng outline mo. Next is coordination. In coordination, you're going to arrange your ideas according to value or importance. So, ito, pinaka-importante, I'll be putting it on the earlier part of my outline. And ito, medyo okay lang siya. So, ilalagay ko lang siya sa medyo last part. So, you're going to arrange the ideas that you're going to write according to the value or importance. Pwedeng from the most important to the least important. Pwedeng from the least important to the most important. But the most common way is from the most important to the least important. Next is subordination. In this one, you're going to arrange ideas according to the level of significance. Para din siyang coordination, but meron siyang major and minor. Dito naman sa division ay, you're going to divide the ideas into two. So, with pwedeng positive and negative. Yan. Or cause and effect. So, different ideas separated. And then you're going to identify subordinating ideas later on. So, ma'am, you might ask, pwede bang dun sa outline namin, gumamit kami ng isa o dalawang principles? Yes, of course. It can be possible. So, on the next part of your module, it shows there a sample of a topic outline. So, you can visualize kung paano ba yung pag-outline. The use of graphic organizer. So, maraming kinds of graphic organizer. Ang maganda sa graphic organizer ay para sa mga visual learners na kung saan mas natatandaan at mas napapaisip at mas maraming idea silang naiisip kapag ang ginagamit nila ay mga graphics. So, we have different kinds. The first one is descriptive or thematic map. Medyo malabo tayo dyan, pero that is descriptive or thematic map. Ganyan yung example niya. Next one is network tree. The next one is problem and solution map. Medyo hindi niyo siya makita, pero that is problem and solution map. Next one is the compare and contrast matrix. This one is the fishbone map, problem and solution outline. So those are the common graphic organizers that are being used. Since na-discuss na natin yung different brainstorming tools, we're going to have an activity. In this activity, kapag may space pa doon sa one whole sheet of paper na ginamit mo kanina, you can write it there, or if hindi na siya kasha, get another one whole sheet of paper. Make sure to write reading and writing skills, weeks 3 and 4, your name and your grade and section. So in this activity, I have given a scenario. Example, the World Health Organization reports that the healthcare system in the Philippines is fragmented. An unequal access to healthcare services are experienced by the poor. Create an ideal list of ways on how the government could reduce health inequities and provide more access to quality healthcare services among the poor and disadvantaged group. So, we have two kinds of brainstorming tools. The first one is the concept map and the idea list. So on the first situation, you're going to use idea list. And then on the second one is a concept map. So please copy and answer the instruction given in activity 1. So you may pause this video to do the activity. It's outlining and using graphic organizer. So in here, on the first one, you're going to create an outline. The main topic is mental health during the pandemic. Now, you're going to identify 3 main ideas and identify supporting ideas on the main idea that you have thought of to create the topic outline. The next one is you're going to use a graphic organizer to present your outline in a visual manner. Your understanding. So in this part, you need to research and trace the development of COVID-19 situation in the Philippines. So after researching, you're going to create a timeline of the important events. You're going to have this, or you're going to accomplish this on a one whole sheet of paper. After that is you're going to have a post test. So you're going to write the correct answer only. No need to copy and answer. So that's for the selecting and organizing information. The next one is patterns of development in writing. This is for week 4. So pag natapos mo na yung week 3, pwede kang mag-pause and return on this video kapag week 4 na. Or you may want to continue it. So in this part, you're going to learn the different patterns of development in writing. Specifically, narration, definition, process analysis, problem and solution, description, cause and effect, comparison and contrast. So first one, gaya ng ginawa natin kanina, you're going to have a pretest, answer only, looking back to your lesson. So on our previous lesson, we have learned the selecting and organizing information. So what is the most important thing about selecting and organizing information whenever you're going to write? You're just going to write it there. When you're going to write or any type of reading text, there is what we call an arrangement. And this arrangement of ideas is what you call the patterns of development. The following are the different patterns of development. There are other patterns of development, but we will just be discussing the major one. The first one is narration. This refers to a sequential telling of a story or recounting of a series of events. So, in narration, from the term itself, isa siyang pagkukwento. So, you're going to write down how the events happened. Which one's the first, which one's the second, which one's the third, and so on and so forth. So you're going to tell a story according to how it unfolded. Next is definition. This kind of pattern of development explains an idea, a term, or a phrase using distinguishing characteristics or synonyms. So it is used to set working generalizations that help control the meaning and scope of important terms or ideas. So in here, the development will be on explaining or defining a certain idea or a term. So after a broad idea, there's this accompanying words or group of words which would explain. So that's how the write-up would develop. The third one is description. So similar with narration for having many specific details, description emphasizes the senses by painting a picture of how something looks, sounds, smells, tastes, or feels. So kung sa narration, how the story unfolded, dito naman sa description, how such thing is being felt by the five senses. So you're going to describe, give words which would depict what you are seeing or what is that idea all about. The fourth one is comparison and contrast. It compares two things to highlight their subtle similarities and differences. So with comparison and contrast, there are two ideas or entities being compared. The fifth one is sequence. Describes steps, events, processes, or procedures. So in narration, it's about a story, but in sequence, it's about a process. So the stages, the level, the step-by-step way on how to do things. That's what you call the pattern of development, which is sequence. The sixth is cause and effect. This shows the linkage of causation. So why did this happen? It's because of something. That's how the pattern goes, cause and effect. Number 7 is problem and solution. It divides information into two main sections. It describes the problem and it describes the solution. So that's how the pattern of ideas will go. First with the problem. What is that problem? Why did that problem exist? And then the solution to the problem and how it would solve the problem. That's how problem and solution as a pattern of development works. So those are the patterns of development in writing. This time, we proceed with your activity. Again, your activity will be written or your answers will be written on a one whole sheet of paper. So in here, you're going to research other patterns of development or text structure. Okay, I have provided there different links which I hope you would be searching. In your group chat, I'll be giving the direct link for that. On the online discussion, since most of you chose offline, digital, and printed, I guess we can just talk or facilitate the discussion sa inyong group chat. So after doing that activity, we will proceed with check your understanding. So in the check your understanding, you're just going to answer briefly the following question. So the first question is, or the question is, why is it important for students to learn how to comprehend and write according to text structure or pattern of development? Why is that important? Why is it important to know how to write in terms of narration, sequence, cause and effect? Why is that important? So So you're going to write that on a one whole sheet of paper. The next one is your post test, wherein you're just going to define the different patterns of development that we have discussed. And then after discussing the definition of those patterns of development, you're going to give example topics which you can write about on each pattern of development. And the last one for this module is your reflective learning sheet. So you're going to complete the graphic organizer there, which will make you reflect what you have learned in this module. So that ends our discussion for weeks 3 and 4.
So that's our lesson on selecting and organizing information in a reading text and the patterns of development in writing. If you have any more questions, my number is on your module, which you can text and call. Till then,